Gurave Namah, Durud, Namaste, and hello to my dear friends coming from my Instagram page, Persian Psychic, or my website, Najme Eshghi. This is Najme Eshghi, your Vedic Astrologer. Okay, today I'm going to talk about Matthew Perry's Jyotish chart and unfortunately his death. We all can remember him from his role in Friends series and his character Chandler Bing. May he rest in peace. Matthew died on October 28th. It was during the lunar eclipse, and by calculating the Punya chakra, I think at that time the Lagna was Aquarius because it's in the trine to his Aruda Lagna, which is Libra. One of the basic things we can see is the lunar eclipse on the axis of 4th and 10th house on his Lagnesh or Chandra and his Shani in debilitation. As you can see, it's very bad. Now, we are going to dive deeper into his chart. The Vimshottari Dasha is Mercury, Rahu, Venus. So, if I start from Buddha or Mercury, I can see it is in Maraka and it's also the 12th Lord. Rahu is also the 8th Lord in his Bhava, as they say in the Parampara of Sri Achyutananda Dasa. Shukra or Venus is in the 12th house with the Aruda of 8th house. Okay? Shani is also the 8th Lord and 7th Lord of Maraka, and the lunar eclipse happens near to its degree. If you see, Shani is also transiting from his 8th house and 8th Lord in Aquarius. Another bad thing, Shani is transiting over his moon in Navamsha, which we consider the worst Sadasati in Parampara. As you can see, timing of death can be considered from transiting of Surya over the trines of Aruda of the 8th house. The Aruda of 8th house is in Gemini and 5th from it is Libra. He is also in Narayana Dasha of Cancer Rashi. Rahu is in the 8th of this Rashi and Chandra is in the 3rd from his Atmakaraka Mercury. So, during this dasha, there will be the danger of death also. Okay? We can consider the place of death in the 8th from Shani. If it's a fixed Rashi, then it is at home. As you can see, Matthew unfortunately died in his home and in the jacuzzi. Okay? During the dasha of various grahas, there are some placements that are very dangerous. For Mercury or Buddha, it's 3rd from it. You can see he is in the Vimshottari dasha of Mercury, and the 3rd from Mercury is Moon or Lagnesha. The Rudra in his chart is Mercury in the 2nd house of Maraka, and we know he is in Mercury dasha. The Maheshwara for his chart is Shani or Saturn, who also lords the 7th house of Maraka, and the lunar eclipse occurred on him. Buddha or Mercury is his Atmakaraka, and it is in the 12th house in Navamsha and Scorpio. We know the 12th house in the Navamsha has so many things to say about the death conditions. The 12 lords of Navamsha are Mangal and Ketu, and both are in the Lagna. I can see a connection between the Rashi sign and its lordships to this situation. Hot tub, it's a little pool filled with hot water. Do you see where I am going with this? Scorpio is a water sign, and Mangal and Ketu are Agni and very hot. I also checked the dasha of Navamsha, and it was Mercury, Ketu, Mercury. Wow. Also, we can see The Lagnesha or Chandra is in the Dushtana Rashi of Divan in the Navamsha, the Aquarius Rashi. So we can see that Matthew was alone in the time of death. There are also some connections to Guru or Jupiter. Guru is in the Marana Karakasana in 3rd house of Divan. You should know that Guru is Jiva and it's important in subject of death. It's also the Lord of Navamsha and has Parivartana Yoga with Mangal. Unfortunately, Guru wasn't strong enough to save these bad conditions here. If we look back at the Divan again, we can see that Surya is in Gandanta with Ketu and Atmakaraka Buddha. Buddha also has the Graha Drishti of Rahu. Chandra is in a good place, but has the Graha Drishti of Rahu and Shani. Chandra is also the Varasha. Based on this information, we can see that health and mental aspects of this native had some problems, and it's definitely effective on his longevity. If we take a look at his Drekkana, Lord of the 22nd Drekkana is again Mercury or Buddha, and Rahu is in the 12th house. Again, Lord of the 64th Navamsha from Chandra in Navamsha is Shukra in MKS in Navamsha, and we can see the connections of these planets to Vimshottari Dasha of Mercury, Rahu, Venus, okay? His Dagda Rashis are Leo and Aries. Leo is already fiery because of his nature and has Surya and Ketu in it. Too much fire and it's destructive for the native. Remember the Dasha, Atmakaraka, and etc. Okay? You should know that for timing of death, we use some dashas called Ayur Dashas, and one of the important Ayur Dashas is Shula Dasha. In Shula Dasha, the second Rashi can be a death giver. His Shula Dasha is Cancer, and again, the second house is Leo. Another Ayur Dasha we can see is Manduk Dasha. He died in the Manduk Dasha of Aries. We can see the Aries Rashi in the 10th house of Rudramsha. D11, okay? He has Rahu in it, and Rahu is the 8th lord in Rashi and Rudramsha, connected to death again, okay? The other Ayur Dasha is Sudarshana Chakra Dasha. His Sudarshana Chakra is Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius. And Shani is in Aries and has his 10th Graha Drishti on Capricorn. So, there are also other methods for longevity subject that I'm going to talk about them right now. If we use the method of 3 pairs, we can see that the final result is under 64 years, and we know at the time of death Matthew was 54 years old. In the 8th Lord method from Parashara and Jaimini, his 8th Lord is Shukra in 12th house in Apoklima, and it has a bad effect on longevity matter also. In the method of 3 lords, we consider Chandra, Mangal, and Shani. Chandra has a good placement, but has Graha Drishtis from Rahu and Shani. Mangal is powerful, but Shani is debilitated in the 10th house. In my opinion, final result can show a middle age of death. Okay? So, it's done. I know that I had some complex considerations in this analysis, but I wanted to do a deeper study and not just talk about the effects of lunar eclipse on the native. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe to my channel and visit my Instagram page, Persian.psychic. Thank you so much, and see you soon.